la plaza de mi pueblo dijo el jornalero al amor. En la plaza de mi pueblo dijo el jornalero al amor. Nuestros hijos nacerán con el puño levantado.
Apareció entre las olas un atún fiero y hambriento. Era demasiado tarde. No había rocas ni olas donde poder esconderse. De un bocado se zampó todos los pececillos rojos. No quedó ni uno.
Esta tierra que no es mía, esta tierra que es del amor. Esta tierra que no es mía, esta tierra que es del amor. La rego con mi sudor, la trabajo con mis manos. La rego con mi sudor, la trabajo con mis manos. Pero dime, compañeros, si estas tierras son del amor. Pero dime, compañeros, si estas tierras son del amor. Porque nunca lo hemos visto trabajando en el arado. Porque nunca lo hemos visto trabajando en el arado. Con mi arado abro los surcos, con mi arado escribo yo. Con mi arado abro los surcos, con mi arado escribo yo. Páginas sobre la tierra de miseria y destrucción. Páginas sobre la tierra de miseria y destrucción.
家里下雪，我记得往年也没下雪吧？
哎，对啊，往年没，你去年才没有，你跑到北京去了。
北京是有下雪。
真正冬天我们都不在这里。你这2年，你爸爸都会跟着，去年前年好像都回去了。哦，这个雪花大了，你看，大朵。
Viejo con 3 heridas, la del amor, la de la muerte, la de la vida. Viejo con 3 heridas, la del amor, la de la muerte, la de la vida.
哇，这声音！
哦，挺好的。哇！
哇！哇！哇塞！哇，好脆呀！
还蛮好，可是它，我觉得它的湿润跟脆感是一种以前没有过的
哇！
Había muchos colores en el mar. peces brillantes lucían en la oscuridad. El mundo estaba lleno de maravillas y Nadarín era feliz de nuevo. Entonces, ocultos entre las sombras de las rocas y las algas, descubrió un banco de pececillos. Eran iguales que sus hermanos y sus hermanas. «Vamos a nadar, a jugar y a ver cosas», dijo lleno de alegría. «No podemos», le respondió un pececillo rojo. «El gran pez nos comería». «Pero no podéis quedaros ahí para siempre», dijo Nadarín. «Tenemos que pensar algo». Pensó en esto y pensó en lo otro.
The context was very much, this was part of the late 60s, early 70s, the feminism, the rise of a strong anti-war movement, the idea, an anti-capitalist movement that had many different sort of aspects to it, but clearly was against, at that point, what was called monopoly capital, and the idea that our lives were more and more controlled by fewer and fewer large institutions.
Y después pensó algo más. De pronto dijo: «¡Ya lo tengo!». Nadaremos muy juntos, como si fuésemos el pez más grande del mar.
We instinctively knew that we should cooperate together as best we could and that would help lower the price. We didn't really think of it that intellectually, or we didn't take it out of an economics book. But I didn't know at the time that the biggest expense of running a supermarket is paid labor. I didn't know that. But we knew that once we started learning what the wholesale price was of things, and we knew that, gee, we could really save money on food. And on good food that we did, and avoiding the bad food.
And we were avowedly anti-capitalist.
Yes,
the idea
totally,
of profit going somewhere else and being extracted from our surplus buying or labor was clearly a part of it.
Cada uno en su lugar.
We really didn't have a membership concept. We knew we'd have members, but we kind of thought that everybody in the world was a member of the co-op.
And that people would just work whenever they work.
And that since we thought it was such a great thing, that obviously other people would think it was a great thing too, and they realized it would be fun to work at the co-op, which we already knew that. So we figured everybody would sign up, and it would be easy to fill the work chart, and we didn't have to worry too much about whether it was totally equal or not, or whether someone didn't sign up as much as someone else signed up. It's okay. It'll all work out.
It didn't.
It didn't work out. And I would say that the co-op turned an amazing corner when the first person and the second person and the third person were turned away. Because we were actually going to do it. We were going to say, yes, we are about cooperation, and you didn't do your part of the cooperation. You're not a bad person. Just you're going to have to somehow make that up before we let you shop.
Cuando habían aprendido a nadar como si fuesen un enorme pez, Nadarín dijo: «Yo seré el ojo».
And when I talk to people starting co-ops, I say, well, you want there to be a lot of excitement about your co-op when you start it. But what you're really doing is you're building a connection. You're building an organization that people will feel connected to. And if you succeed in getting people to feel connected to their co-op that they own, the stronger you can make that connection, the stronger your co-op will be. And the stronger you will be, the more chances are you're going to make it. So, how do you build a connection? If you ask someone for one of the most precious things in their life, in fact, the most precious thing, which is a little bit of their time on Earth, that's most precious. Not your money in your bank, It's time on Earth. That's all we've got, in my opinion. So we're asking for part of that. How outrageous is that? So if you're going to give that, you make a connection.
Y así nadaron en el agua fresca de la mañana, bajo el sol del mediodía. Y ahuyentaron a los grandes atunes negros.
I think it can be duplicated. But it's like you have to get it. You have to get the culture. You have to study it. You have to study it and learn it. And I think it is doable, but it's not as easy as some co-op saying, well, let's have a second location and let's just put up a sign and maybe people will shop here. And we did a market study and this and that. When people talk to me about market studies, my eyes glaze over. I said, if people are eating, if there are people there who have stomachs and mouths, then they need food, and they probably need to be able to have better food, more affordable, and they probably are human beings who like cooperating with other human beings, since most human beings are like that. We're social beings, and so therefore our co-op is a good idea.
Al públic i realment és molt beneficiós per la població diana a la que ens enfrontem dia a dia. I llavors una altra...